Hey guys, welcome back to another behind the scenes cake life vlog. This week we have one wedding cake, which hopefully will be a lot easier and quicker to make than the last ones I made in the last vlog if you haven't watched that yet. But it is actually Wednesday afternoon and I haven't done anything yet apart from tidy up. So I spent the whole morning washing up and cleaning the studio because I left it in a right mess after that huge diva cake. I literally just made a real mess of the studio, downed tools, delivered it, and then kind of forgot that I'd left a huge mess. So it's taken me all morning to do that. But we've just got back from dinner and I nipped to B&M because I had run out of milk. So in the studio, I have these little mini milks. Do you know these little fancy ones that you usually get in hotels? I have these for the fridge because I don't have a lot of milk in my cups of tea. My cups of tea are strong. They are orange in colour. So I only need like a partial one of these in my cup of tea. So it makes sense for me to buy these instead of a large carton of milk that's just going to go off. So I'm stocking up and cutting my mini milks down because it's annoying having them. I was having a panic then, realised it's Wednesday. Wednesday's the fire alarm test. Sometimes you just never know. I have been stood out on the car park before in a Christmas jumper in the rain. So yeah, what I need to do next after I've just put all my little milks away is make some sugar syrup because I didn't get to make it last night, completely forgot. So I'm going to make some sugar syrup in a second. Also make my ganache and then I can start making the filling and filling the wedding cake once my sugar syrup has cooled down. Oh my god, what a massive fill that almost was. So as I got my milk, I got some snacks. So I have snacks in the studio for when I'm feeling a little bit peckish. And I have a box in my cupboard where I just throw all the different snacks in. And I picked up these prawn cocktail Wotsits. Just thought these would be good to have in the studio. Opened the bag like this and was just about to start chucking all the individual bags into my tub. And they're not individual bags. It's one huge bag of Wotsits and these nearly went flying individually into my tub. So now I have to eat this huge bag of Wotsits. So if you didn't know, I don't have an oven or a hob or anything in the studio. So I have one of these little IKEA electric hobs. It's just a single one. I can't remember how much it were, about 30 to 40 pounds I think. Does the job when I'm running out of sugar syrup. I just have a little pan, and to make sugar syrup it is super simple. I filled this glass all the way to the top with sugar and then I filled it all the way to the top with water, added it to the pan, getting a little bit steamed up here, but we're just bringing it to the boil. Turn this down a little bit so we can see. But essentially all you're doing is melting the sugar. So there's no sugar in there now, there's only little air bubbles. So it's completely clear and transparent. So this is done now, so I'm going to take this off the heat and let it cool down. If you find that yours is a little bit yellow, that means you've just heated it up a little bit too much and you've started to kind of like caramelise the sugar. It should just be completely clear and translucent with no sugar left in the pan. But I'm going to let this cool down now and start on the ganache. Right, that's my ganache done, and I've just got a little order to pack that came in last week and I'm only getting round to packaging it now. So I'm very sorry, Natalie, that you've had to wait for these. But these were ordered by Natalie Porter, who, if you don't know, owns Immaculate Confections, and she makes the most gorgeous sugar flowers. She has a book out. Complete opposite end of the spectrum to me because I do not enjoy making flowers, but she is definitely the flower girl to go to. But she has ordered a set of 4 of my little 80s doodles. She said they're going to go up on her wall at home, which is so nice. So thank you for sending that little message through with your order. But there's a Gremlins one there. There's a Freddy Krueger. I'm a huge Freddy Krueger fan, hence why he is in this lineup. We also have the little worm from Labyrinth, he is always a popular, and Chunk from the Goonies. And they've all been given a little bit of an 80s, 90s shape makeover to go with my branding, because Chunk doesn't actually wear this shirt, he wears like a Hawaiian black shirt with like pink flowers on it, and I gave it 80s shape sort of makeover. So yeah, you can buy these as a set of 4. I have very little left. I don't have many left. So please do check out my shop to see what's in there. There's all sorts of random little goodies just like this, but I'm going to get this packaged up and sent to you now, Natalie. Thank you. Good morning. This is the next day, and this is where I got up to yesterday. So all of these 3 tiers have been rough ganached. If you have clicked on this video for the first time, because I keep chatting as if you've come from last week or the last couple of weeks, which is often the case, but sometimes you do get new viewers now and again. And if you're just wondering what the heck I'm talking about of rough ganache, it just means I've given it a quick rough layer to seal the cake in, to give it some stability, and then I put a final much cleaner layer on, and I have tutorials for how to make ganache, how to cover them in ganache using the Pro Froster, even how to bake your vanilla cakes, and how to cover them in sugar paste in a couple of different ways. You can either use the draping method where you drape the paste over and smooth the pleats out, or my personal now favourite method is the panel method where you cover the top first and then cover the sides separately. I find it gives me a much straighter edge and a sharper edge than the draping method. All of those are always linked in the description box below this video. For now this morning I'm going to re-melt down my ganache. This is an old bowl. I made some new. I made a batch of fresh ganache last night. This just needs remelting down because it's set. So I'm going to remelt this and then start to finish the top 3 tiers. Cakes have all been ganached, and now I am working on some mini chocolate bars. So it was actually one of my brigadiers who's made an order. I have made orders for other brigadiers in the past. That's my chocolate. But if you haven't seen on my online shop or watched any of the past vlogs, I created some mini chocolate bars, so mini rad slabs. So my regular rad slabs, let me grab one, are big bars of chocolate like this. They come usually with a message on and lots of different toppings. They are really quite chunky, roughly like 300 grams of chocolate. And I sell these usually around Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmases, Halloweens, things like that over the past couple of years. These ones were done for a market. And then I brought out mini versions. So this is a little mini. This is a white chocolate with freeze-dried raspberries on it. I did a ton of flavours, rum and raisin, you know, like dark chocolate with ginger. We have ones with sweets on and Smarties on. So I did lots and lots of different flavours, and I didn't actually sell much at that market, and it's the only one I've done so far. I do have lots planned later this year. I am here, there and everywhere with markets, so I'm not 100% sure what to take with me just yet, but I have been selling these mini bars, especially personalised ones. So the last ones I did for the Brigadiers, they went into party bags that said thank you on them. You can either put the birthday girl's name on or the age as party favours. I've done some for the wedding for the kids, and they all add their individual kids' names on, so they were like the place settings at weddings. So I sell them. And another Brigadier has placed an order for a hen party. You can have like hen party on, or the name of the hen, the date, whatever you want, but she's opted for the plain versions of the white chocolate and raspberry because she said they tasted really good. So I'm working on some of those mini ones just now, which I should be able to then get posted tomorrow. morning. It is now Friday and I am going to get this cake finished today. So I came in this morning and I started painting the text on. So where the text bit started, that was my Friday. I am now just getting round to start putting some flowers on. The colour scheme for this cake is mauve. And mauve is a very hard colour to get right because it means a different thing to different people. It's kind of lilac-y with a touch of pink. It's kind of like a dusky, pinky purple colour. And I've been sent some like dresses and ties and things, and the dresses look very like heavily on the pinker side, yet the tie looks more on the lilac side. So I'm kind of combining the different pinks and lilacs to hopefully just kind of cover all bases. So I have these roses that I'm going to be adding on now, and I also have bunches of random little pinky purpley florals to fit in the gaps. But whilst I'm doing this, I thought I would catch you up on what's happening at the weekend. So we're delivering this cake on Saturday morning. It is nice and local. We're going to Ramsbottom, which is not far at all. It's nice to be like the last couple of deliveries have all been localish, like an hour, less than an hour away, which is really, really rare for us. So it's been a nice change to be able to get there and back. I'll talk you through the whole design once I'm a bit further in with it, and how I designed it, why I designed it this way, what the bride's having, things like that. And I say what the bride's having because it's a surprise. The groom doesn't really know what the design is. Another thing what is happening on Saturday when we get in is we are having a dryer delivered. So our dryer has been broken for a long, long, long time. In fact, there's a lot of things around the house that have been broken for a long time. The longest is probably the dishwasher. We haven't had a dishwasher for way, I want to say, I'm rubbish at this. When I say like 2 years, it's probably like 4 years or something like that. I'm really crap with like time scales. It is, however, a very, very long time because there's been a couple of Christmases where it hasn't been working because you want to put all your dirty dishes from Christmas in the dishwasher, and we haven't been able to do that for a few years now. The dryer has been similar. We've been out without a dryer for quite a while, but we finally bit the bullet and bought one, and that is arriving on Saturday. So Adam will be a very happy boy to get all the clothes and stuff off the floor. Things are just starting to pile up because they're not drying quick enough because the weather has been rubbish here and raining a lot. So what I'm just doing now is I have cut my stem down a little bit, just long enough to be able to anchor it into the cake properly. It's going in this straw so that it's nice and food safe, and to stop it from like rattling around in the straw or sliding out, I'm going to roll a thin strip or a thin string of this grey paste because where it's going is grey. I'm just going to roll a long thin sausage, just thin enough that it will fit down inside the straw. It's not going to fit all of it, it's not going to fit in, but I'm going to push that down inside the straw and then push the rolls down. It'll push all the paste down, but when that paste sets, it will be nice and hard and it won't rattle and it won't come out. And also bung the end up with a little bit more paste, and then that will set and it just goes into the cake. So I'm going to carry on with this and show you it when it is finished. I am finished and I have about 10 minutes before dinner time, so it's a nice early finish for me for a change. I am loving that I've got this done, but as you can tell, it is very mauve. We have grey instead of brown for the tree trunk, so we're going very muted, and we have gold accents. So we have these like vines wrapping around, give like a fairy tale element, and we have the quote, "A dream is a wish your heart makes." And if you look very, very closely, you might spot some hidden Mickeys, because the bride is a little bit of a Disney fan, just like me. She came for a tasting in her Spirit jersey, but here they are. There are little hidden Mickeys in the centres of all the little flowers that are on the vines. And we added like little magical sparkles around the cake as well. So this is what the front looks like. And then hiding around the back are two naughty pooches digging away at the cake there with crumbs and chocolate cake hanging out the bottom. And more vines as well going around the back and more sparkles. But yeah, chuffed to have this one finished. What I'm going to do now is go for dinner, and then when I get back I'll have a nice slow afternoon taking photos, tidying up, and then I have a few orders to pack as well. Oh, the weather's certainly taken a turn for the worse. I don't even know if you can hear it, but I could hear it before I saw it. Absolutely chucking it down. So I'm just getting ready to pack an order. So thank you, Annette. I don't know if you watch these vlogs, but you have grabbed one of my rad slabs. This is called a Sprinkle Stein because it is cobbled together with lots of sweetie body parts from different sweet bags. We have one that says love you, and then you ordered a couple of small bars, and I've popped you some extras in as a thank you because I have lots of these mini bars left and I'm going to have to discount them soon because they're getting close to their like best before date, so I've decided to throw some extras in for you. And these are going all the way to Norway. We're just making some more chocolate chip cookies. Adam made these last weekend and they were that good. We ate them for 3 days and now we're making even more. So you're just putting the wet ingredients into the dry. Then we can have our chocolate chips, and then the batter's got to go into the fridge to firm up a little bit, and then we can put them in the oven. Wet chocolate chips. This will give us freshly baked cookies for 2 and a bit days. It makes, if you make like 8, what? 2 and a bit. 2 and a bit days if you make 8 cookies at a time, and all those 8 cookies get eaten in one sitting. Somebody has come creeping into the kitchen at the word cookies. I ate all the cookies last time. Not me! So this goes in the fridge to firm up, and then we take it out in about 3 hours time and put some in the oven. I cannot even remember what the last thing was that I filmed. Oh, I hate this angle. Especially when I've got no makeup on. Just don't look at me, don't look at me. We successfully delivered the cake. It was nice and local, took no time at all to get there. It's called the Red Hall Hotel. And just as we arrived at the perfect time because the lady was arriving, pulled in at the back of us, who was bringing the cake stand, so that worked out well. Sorry, I'm just trying to like tidy up as I go because I left this in a mess as usual. There was lots of mauve there, lots of mauve flowers. They had like a little pampas grass wall with neon on there. I have since heard from the bride, said everybody was obsessed with the cake and she loved it. So that's all you can ask for. It's all we want to hear after the day. Getting around to throwing away the excess flowers. These are the excess flowers from the cake that I made. I always make extra just in case they break, like this one. It's got a petal missing. So what I did is I looked in the diary and thought, because I'm trying to work on my self-care. If you haven't seen, I made a 2023 goals video, but it was part way through 2023. So I didn't have a lot of time left to complete those goals. But one of the goals that I always struggle with every single time is the self-care one. Stuff like going, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, things like that, getting your eyebrows done. Self-care means lots of different things to different people, so that those might not even be on your list, but they are on mine. And I don't get my hair done very often or anything like that. And I looked at my diary and thought, you know what, I'm pretty empty in September. I'll book in to get my nails done, which I did. And then I got some cake orders coming in September, but forgot to cancel the nail appointment. So, but I do not regret going at all because they're gorgeous. I'm going straight into autumn. So as I'm filming this now, we're still in August. We're at the very end of August. It'll probably be like September or so when you're watching this, but I have gone straight into autumn and gone for the burnt orange and a glitzy nail and a glitzy thumb. I'm absolutely loving them. I get gel polish, which means they last quite a long time, quite a few weeks, and they don't chip. The gel never kind of chips, it kind of just peels off all in one. So they're still good to kind of cake decorate with because you're not losing little chips in any of your stuff. So they'll be fine for the cakes that I've got coming up. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything to chat to you about. Was it this vlog where my dryer arrived? Or was that the last vlog? Oh, might be this one. I literally have no idea what the last thing, what has been in this whole vlog. Well, it's the next week and I have completely forgotten whether I'm coming or going. So if I did tell you about the dryer in this vlog, it arrived. Pain in the arse to fit. Our last dryer had a plastic pipe. So it was a plastic pipe that kind of opened and closed really, really easy. And the new one came with a metal expandable pipe. Oh my gosh, such a waste of time. It's literally like tin foil. It's literally tin foil with a metal coil in it. It drove me mad trying to fit that and cut it down. But I did it. It's on. So hopefully it will stay on. But all the washing and the drying is getting done. This is very boring to listen to. I don't like saying something in the vlog and then just forgetting to tell you the outcome. So that's the outcome of the dryer. I think we possibly made cookies, very, very good. We have since made more. However, this time we added chopped up Mars bar, but I have to say, as good as that sounds, nothing's beating the chocolate chip ones as of yet. But I think that's it. I'm going to go because I am in the studio today to film a Brigadier exclusive tutorial. So I'm going to be showing them how to make Mickey Mouse, but it's not just a Mickey Mouse tutorial. The whole point of the tutorial is kind of how to recreate characters. So it's kind of jumping into the basics of what you should be looking for when you start modeling, of how to capture a character's likeness. So that is an exclusive tutorial. Filming that today, that will go up, and if you want access to that exclusive tutorial, all you have to do is become a Brigadier. And to become a Brigadier, it costs £3.50 a month. There is also another option of a higher priced tier which comes with extra stuff, but if you just want the tutorials and to chat with other people, show off your work, get advice, all that good stuff, is still only £3.50 a month, and you can do that on my website. The slots are open because I usually do try to keep the group small. I don't want a massive group with loads of different people in it that causes drama and causes arguments. We are very much a tight-knit family and I keep it that way. So we are taking new Brigadiers at the moment. We're not quite close to our cap yet. So if that's something you want, come on over and join us. But I'm going to carry on cleaning. I'm going to go and I will see you again in the next vlog.